Hello everyone, and welcome back for more Solo Crisis League. We're back. It's our third and final attempt at this particularly challenging round. I don't say challenging in a bad way. I like challenges. I haven't lost yet, but I definitely have come close a few times. Basically, we're using Crossover 4 with Forever Evil as our base set and Crisis 1 as our Crisis. Now, Forever Evil isn't the strongest set to go into a Crisis with. There's a lot of elements in those cards that don't really line up with a lot of Crisis cards, so we have to deal with that. There's a lot of destruction though at our disposal, which is really helpful. Additionally, since we're using Watchmen, we decided to kind of shuffle in some of those challenge cards into the Crisis deck, which takes a lot of cards. I mean, I think they all take a minimum of what? Let's see, I think they take a minimum of 8 cards or something like that. That's a lot of cards to give up. So we have to kind of bulk up on cards that we can give to those challenge cards. And then finally, you've got Mastermind Plot at the end, which we don't have to defeat technically, but we do have to follow its particular guidance in order to keep playing. And it has an ongoing ability we're going to have to follow. So we'll get to that when we get to that, but just know those are out there. For our character choices, we've got Dr. Manhattan or Ozymandias, the two big wigs in the Watchmen story as far as I'm concerned. I went with Ozymandias. Let's talk about why. Dr. Manhattan, the second time you play a superpower during each of your turns, you may destroy a card in your hand. Obviously, that's useful, right? Playing superpowers is powerful stuff, and destroying cards is also very useful. The bad news is there's already a lot of destruction within the Forever Evil base set, so it's kind of overkill to have that much extra destruction, at least in my personal opinion. So I'm going with Ozymandias kind of by default, but also because I like his ability. At the end of each of your turns, draw an extra card, and then put a card from your hand on top of your deck. Now that's really, really good, because we can basically customize our hand, right? We get 6 cards in our hand, and we put one on top of our deck. We don't discard it. We put it on top of our deck for next turn, essentially. So we have a really bad card. We can keep putting it on top of our deck. We can avoid those vulnerabilities for a while until we destroy them. Then we can avoid those punches. Blah, 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 blah. Or if there's a really strong card that you want to save for next turn, like maybe there's a defense card in your hand, you know you're going to beat the villain, put that defense card there. We're going to use it a bunch of different ways. Basically, Ozymandias is the more versatile option. He's the one we're going with in order to take on this final Watchmen challenge. Again, it's Crisis 1, so we have Arkham Breakout in play and Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul makes it so that if we don't buy a card from the main lineup, we do have to add a second card to the lineup at the end of our turn. Additionally, Arkham Breakout makes it so that if a villain with an attack enters the lineup, we do have to defend against that attack if possible. So, let's see what we got for our initial lineup. We've got Atomica. Stargirl's really good to see early. Sledgehammer. Duplication. And Secret... Okay, so I really like this. There's 2 destruction cards. That's great. Duplication's really strong. Stargirl's really strong. What I don't like is that nothing now here is worth cheaper than 3. Like, there's no 1 or 2 cost cards. There's a 7 and a couple 4s. Those are going to be kind of difficult with a Ra's al Ghul in play to handle. But we'll get our first hand going. We got all 5 punches here. You saw me shuffling. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I mean, I feel like the answer is we have to buy one of the 4 cost cards. I'm going to go Secret Society Communicator. Stargirl I do want, but I don't anticipate a ton of attacks early on just yet. We do, because of our ability, get to draw a 6 card and put a card on top of our deck, so there is that. We could very well get that destruction right here in this first hand, which would be great because we know there's going to be 3 vulnerabilities here. We did not. We'll put one of the vulnerabilities back in order to keep this thing going. All right, 1, 2, 3 power, a couple vulnerabilities. We're going to buy Sledgehammer. That's 2 destruction cards owned, which means we should, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, be able to get rid of all those starters very quickly. All right, got to put a card on top of our deck. We're going to put a punch on top of our deck. We're going to use Secret Society Communicator to destroy a vulnerability here. And we go 1, 2, 3 power by Expert Marksman. It's another destruction card. Doesn't generate any power, unfortunately. So we really have to figure something out at some point about how we're going to start generating power. Pandora's not going to help us. It's kind of a dangerous card. In fact, everything out there is cost 4 or greater. I guess there's Atomica, which helps. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Got to put a card back on top of our deck. We're going to put Sledgehammer back on top of our deck. Save something for next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. I do want Happy Harbor, but we're going to go with Stargirl because she's going to get us some more power going forward. Also, to end Arkham Breakout, we have to have 5 different cards in our hand with different names. Put a card back on top of our deck. We're going to put Sledgehammer back on top of our deck. We're going to use Secret Society Communicator to destroy vulnerability. We're going to use Expert Marksman to destroy... Is there another vulnerability? No, there's not. We'll just destroy one of our punches. And then we only have 2 power, unfortunately, and we'll use that to buy nothing. That's right, can't buy anything, which means 2 cards go into the lineup, unfortunately. But we are down 3 starters, but we've got a lot of destruction and no power gains, so maybe we won't destroy any more of those punches till we have something better. New 2 cards have to come out. Rorschach's Mask and Firestorm. Really expensive cards coming out. We're going to put Expert Marksman back, use Sledgehammer to destroy a vulnerability, and then 1, 2, 3 power is going to be used to get rid of Atomica. And you know what? No, bring Atomica back. We're going to buy a kick. We need some power. We got a lot of destruction. We need to replace the cards we're destroying. So we're going to add 2 cards because we bought something not from the lineup. We got to put a card back on top of our deck. We'll put Expert Marksman back. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going to destroy. We'll just go to 6, 7. That gives me some options here. We'll go Duplication. Really powerful card. Especially at this stage. Got like, even if we play a punch, I mean, yeah, that's worth 3 power now, all of a sudden. I keep forgetting about Ozymandias' ability, so gotta remember that. So we can put a card back on top. We'll put Expert Marksman back. We'll go with 2 power here. We're gonna play it 2 more times to get to 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna get Rorschach, bring us down to 4. Get rid of Atomica. Get rid of Emperor Penguin. All right. 6 cards. Can put a card back on top. We'll put Expert Marksman back on top. New card comes out. We don't have 5 cards with different names, but we do have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 power. Happy Harbor and Steve Trevor are ours. All right, that's some options. I feel better about destroying some starters now, get rid of more of those punches, in order to make Arkham Breakout a little bit more beatable. All right, we need to get 5... Oh, there's a villain, so hold on. Just thinking we just need to beat Arkham Breakout, but now we got a villain in play. We don't need 3 destruction cards here. That's plenty. We'll put Sledgehammer back. We're going to use Expert Marksman to destroy... Actually, no. We're going to use Secret Society Communicator to destroy Steve Trevor, because if it's a hero, you get power equal to its cost. We get 1 power there, and draw 2 cards and then discard a card. We don't need Expert Marksman. So we got 1 power, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go ahead and get the 6 and get rid of Owlman. I didn't want to. I wanted to actually destroy that punch. You know what? We can use Sledgehammer to destroy Expert Marksman, and we'll get a VP for it. So we'll do that. I think we got all the destruction we're going to need. So we can put a card back on top of our deck. It's going to be a punch. Happy Harbor hits the table. Stargirl then gets 3 power. 4, 5, and 6. It's a pretty easy choice of Central City for me. Too bad we destroyed that Expert Marksman card. Just got a bit more valuable with Central City in our deck. All right, we'll put a punch back. We'll go with 2, and we'll go. Actually, hold on. Oh, I can't yet. 2, 4, 6. You know what? No, we'll go 2, 4, and then we'll use this third time to destroy a punch. So we have 4 power. 5 and 6. We'll buy Star Labs. We'll start getting more power now. Now all these locations coming in. I swear I shuffled. That's really strange that they were all right next to each other. Another villain, so we can't beat Arkham Breakout. We're going to put Sledgehammer back, I think. No, we'll keep it. We'll put a punch back. All right, Central City hits the table. So we're looking at 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll destroy a punch. Use our 6 to get rid of Royal Flush Gang. Move on the next turn. We've got 11 cards in our deck right now. We've destroyed a bunch of starters, so okay. Let's discard. We'll discard Sledgehammer. I don't think we put a card out yet. Another villain. Okay, we're going to play Rorschach's Mask. If this is the first card you play this turn, discard your hand and draw 4 cards. And we're at 2 power. Sledgehammer is going to destroy another punch over here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll count this one. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Goodbye here, leaving us with 6 power. And we'll go ahead and buy Firestorm, because that might be the way to go. Maybe not, though. Let's buy 2 kicks instead. Bulk up our deck a little bit, get some power. Multiple purposes there. Because we are going to need some stuff to give to challenge cards. You don't want to destroy everything. New card coming out. Another villain. We can't seem to avoid those villains. We'll go ahead and put... we'll put Secret Society... No, we'll put Rorschach's Mask back. Put Star Labs down. So now we're getting pluses on equipment, heroes, and superpowers. Non-kick superpowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get 6 for being in equipment and destroy this punch. With that 6, we'll get rid of Atomica. Buy ourselves a kick. Can we beat this? New card comes out. All right, I can discard a card. We're going to discard a kick, because if we do that, we now have 5 cards with different names discarded, ending Arkham Breakout. So our first crisis is defeated. We're on to Ra's al Ghul. Now, because we did that, we didn't buy anything from the lineup, so 2 cards can be added to the lineup. And I'm really thinking we need to preemptively buy some cards we don't want in order to give them to these upcoming crises. So we're going to put... I think we'll actually put Rorschach's Mask back. All right, 2, 4, 6. We'll get the power here. 7, 8, 9. We'll get to 10 total. We're just going to go ahead and say goodbye to Ra's al Ghul, honestly, and just move on to next turn in the hopes that we get a defense card here. So we get 6 cards. We definitely have Stargirl. The card we'll put back on top of our deck, we'll say, is Rorschach. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's see what our first challenge level here is. Rioting. During your turn, you may pay 2 power. If you do not, draw 1 fewer card at the end of your turn. To beat, I need to give it 2 kick cards. Good thing we bought a bunch of them. 2 attack and or defense cards. I'm not getting rid of the one I have. 2 villains of cost 4 or less. We can buy them from the destroy pile by paying 2 extra power. And 2 heroes with cost 4 or greater. That's great for this and that, so we can buy those. All right, and our new villain, Parallax, we will defend against with Stargirl. Discard to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. Then put a card of cost 1 or greater from the destroyed pile on the bottom of the main deck. And we'll put Expert Marksman down there. Just about building up that main deck, you know? All right, so a new card comes out for the turn. We really have to take care of Rioting here. We're going to give them 1 kick, because we've got it. So 1 of 2 kick cards, and these attack and defense cards, villains, and heroes. Don't have all of that right now. What we're going to do, though, is play Rorschach's Mask, which gets us 3 power because of Star Labs. We can then draw 4 cards. We're at 3 power. 4, 5, 6. We'll play Stargirl 2 more times. 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. We'll use Sledgehammer to destroy this punch, and we'll use the 12 to buy Paranoia, leaving us with 5. We'll use that 5 to... We'll gain Transmutation. We're going to use that to destroy our other destruction cards. Then we can focus on other things with it. I gotta draw 6 cards. I think we're back down to 10 cards in our deck. We have 11 cards in our deck. That's crazy. It's not great for Rioting. Oh, we didn't pay the 2 power, so we actually can only draw 5 cards and then discard a card. We'll discard a kick. 2, 4. We'll get the 5 here, destroy a punch. With that 5, we're going to spend 2 to avoid Rioting. And then we're going to use the 3 to buy a kick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Card back. We'll put Stargirl back. We're going to give up Pandora. We're also going to give up this kick. So that's 2 kicks. We have 1 hero of cost 4 or greater. And you have villain of cost 4 or less, 2 villains, and an attack or defense card. So we'll follow this up with Rorschach, discarding our hand and drawing 4 cards. Really need to use this power to buy some stuff. So we're at 3 power, drawing 4 cards. We're going to use Transmutation to destroy Sledgehammer. And with that 3 power, well, first we'll get a VP, and we'll use that to... We'll get another Sledgehammer so that we can actually destroy a Transmutation again. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to spend 2 power to avoid Rioting. We're going to spend another 2 power to buy a villain from the destroyed pile. So we had 9, I believe. We spent 2 to avoid Rioting, bringing us down to 7. Brings us down to 5. We need something of cost 4 or less, huh? I guess we'll get Atomica here, leaving us with 2 power, which we'll use to buy Johnny Quick, get him out of here. And that gets us the ability to actually take care of Rioting again. Or we took care of Rioting to actually draw our full hand again, is what I'm trying to say. 6 cards, put a card back. We'll put this back. New card comes out. Despero. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a superpower, so that's 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 2 power for Rioting brings us down to 14. We'll go ahead and buy this, bringing us down to 8. We'll spend 2 power to buy something from the destroyed pile, bringing us down to 6. We'll go ahead and buy Johnny Quick, bringing us down to 4. We'll spend 2 power to buy something from the destroyed pile that qualifies, and we'll use that to buy Emperor Penguin. So now we got the cards we need for rioting, I think, right? We have second hero. Yep. Oh, we need attack and defense cards. Don't have that yet. New card coming out. We gotta get a 6th card here. Sixth card here is Johnny Quick. We'll put Transmutation on top here. We're going to give up Atomica for rioting. We're going to spend Rorschach's Mask here. We'll get 3 power and draw 4 cards. Give up Emperor Penguin here. So we're good on villains and we're good on kick cards. What we need is 1 more hero and 2 attack and or defense cards. We're going to use Transmutation to destroy Sledgehammer here. Using that, we're not going to do that because we won't gain anything from it. So we will not do that. We will not play this card. We're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 power. We're going to use that to get rid of Despero, bringing us down to 7. Spend 2 power to avoid rioting, leaving us with 5. And we get Element Woman with our remaining. All right. Still need attack or defense cards. Now, got to put it over there. Okay. All right. What do we want to put back? Put a kickback. A new card comes out. That's a defense card at least. We're going to give up Firestorm for rioting there. So that is our heroes. Now all we need is 2 attack and or defense cards. Let's draw a card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Buy Cosmic Staff, leaving us with 4. Spend 2 power on rioting, leaving us with 2. That's the end of our turn. So that's gotta put a card back on top of our deck. We're gonna put Rorschach back on top of our deck. Okay. So we're gonna start with Element Woman here, getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. Spend her 2 more times to get to 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that's a superpower, so that's 11 power. 12, 13, 14. I may destroy non-equipment card. I don't want to, though, so that's just 15 for being an equipment. I will not play Transmutation. 15's a lot. 15 is a lot. We'll spend 2 on rioting for 13. Gotta buy New York City, I think. Bring us down to 8. Let's spend 2 to buy a card from the destroyed pile, leaving us with 6, and we'll use that 6 to buy Despero. Because of the villain, yes, but we're using that to get for the attack cards over here. So, hopefully we get to do that soon. It's not hiding in there. All right, let's see what we can do here. Still need to go up 2 attack and or defense cards. We do have an attack and a defense card in our deck right now. See what Ozymandias grants us. We can put a card on top of our deck. Okay. We're going to put Element Woman on top of our deck. New card comes out for the turn. We're going to contribute Cosmic Staff for being a defense card. Then play Rorschach's Mask for 3 power, drawing 4 cards. New York City hits the table. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. With that, we'll get rid of both of these villains and leave the 2 power to take care of rioting. So we're back in power here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gotta shuffle this up. We're just flying through these cards, honestly. We're keeping such a small, tight deck on this. What do we want to put back? We'll just it doesn't matter. We'll just put Stargirl for now, but we're going to get her in a second. All right, did we add a card yet for the turn? I don't think we did. Right, there's Bizarro Power. Ooh, I might want to keep Despero and go for Bizarro Power instead. It's going to last a little bit longer, but I think it's worth it. But I can get 5 power from Bizarro Power. Since I can get 5 power from Bizarro Power, we got lots of destruction. Yeah, we'll give up Despero. That's everything Rioting means except for the 9 cost it has. We'll go ahead and draw a card. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Use that for Rioting. These cards are all destroyed, and Rioting is defeated. Okay. Now it's just us and Parallax. We have New York City, so we can buy things from the destroy pile, which is huge. Does come with the cost of destroying the top card of the main deck, though. We're going to put Transmutation back on top of our deck, I think. No. Put Sledgehammer back on top of our deck. No. Transmutation, sorry. All right, new card comes out for the turn. All right, we'll use Element Woman for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. Copy that to get to 6, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 power. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I can destroy a card. I don't think there's anything I want to destroy, so we're good. 22 gets rid of Parallax, leaving us with, what, 9 power? With that 9, we're going to buy Invulnerable just to increase the chances we can defend, leaving us with 6, which we'll use to get Bizarro Power. That's good. We've got a bunch of destruction cards in our deck, so I'm not too worried about the weaknesses he'll give us. But with Central City under our control, that is 5 power each time, so that's pretty hard to say no to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Ozymandias. I can put a card back on top. Unfortunately, none of these are defense cards, so we're going to put Sledgehammer back on top. No, we'll put Transmutation back on top. That's better. All right, our new Crisis, Electromagnetic Pulse. Put the top 3 cards in the main deck in the lineup. 1, 2, 3. Wow. We'll do 1 for the turn as well. Equipment cards lose all text and have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy an equipment in hand. That's okay. We've got Sledgehammer here, which is perfect for it, as long as we get rid of Grid. Our new villain, Lex Luthor. This attack cannot be avoided. Each player gains X weaknesses where X is equal to the highest VP among cards in your hand. My highest VP is 2, so I do gain 2 weaknesses. So there is that. But that's okay. We'll follow this up real easily with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play that 2 more times to get to 15. 16 for being a superpower. Goodbye to Grid. Leave us with 14. We're going to destroy Sledgehammer to end Electromagnetic Pulse. So we're at 14. We'll go ahead and get to 15 and destroy a weakness. 16, 17 with this kick, which we'll use to say goodbye to Lex Luthor, leaving us with 6 power. Let's get Manbat Serum for 3. There's a part of me that wants Cold Gun for a future challenge, so we'll get Cold Gun so we can give it to a challenge later on. Let's try and get Stargirl in our hand if we can. So we have 6 cards here. None of them are Stargirl, but one of them is invulnerable, which is perfectly fine. So what we'll do is we'll put... let's put a kick back on top of our deck. All right, our new crisis is Kryptonite Meteor, which is unfortunate because our one defense is a superpower. So put the top 3 cards of the main deck in the lineup. 1, 2, and 3. We'll do a 4th one for the turn. Superpowers lose all text and have +1 power instead. Each player must destroy a superpower in hand. We have a bunch of superpowers to choose from, so that's helpful, but, you know, we'll see what happens. Sinestro. Sinestro costs 3 more to defeat for each hero in the lineup, for which there is 1 right now. Each player puts all heroes from his hand into the lineup. Well, there are none in my hand, so we actually kind of dodged a bullet there. We're going to use Johnny Quick to draw a card. I have to destroy a superpower. We're just going to destroy a kick because we've got a bunch of them. So that ends Kryptonite Meteor because there are no villains right now. Kind of really lucked out in all of that. Then we'll get the 5 power if we gain a weakness. We'll then destroy a card in our discard pile. It will be that weakness we just gained. We'll get a victory point for it. And that'll get us to 6 power. 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't afford Sinestro, but that's not the end of the world. Because there's a lot of stuff out there we can afford, like power armor for the defense, leaving us with 2 power. Nothing I want to spend that on, but I'm really happy to have that power armor defense. And part of me wants to get that, honestly, wants to buy that Hollis Mason to deal with that challenge level 2 card. There's a good chance we'll need him for it. Be it he's a hero or a Watchmen card or some other particular instance that we'll need him. So it's 6 cards, put a card back on top of our deck. Put Rorschach back on top of our deck. No. Can I do it without that? Hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, I'm not going to get there. I was trying to get Stargirl back on top of my deck, but I don't think I'm going to. So yeah, we'll put Rorschach back for next turn. No, we're just going to draw him back anyway now that I think about it, so forget that. We'll get 4 power here. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. We don't get anything from transmutation. Let's get rid of Hollis Mason, leaving us with 6 power. And we'll buy Broadsword, because it is worth 3 power under our control right now. What's in our hand here? All right. Let's put Invulnerable back in case we do go ahead and beat Sinestro. We'll definitely have that in our hand for next turn. Element Woman gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. Copy that twice, gets us the 15. 16 for being a superpower. We'll just get rid of Sinestro, bring us down to 6 power left. 7, 8. I may free something. There's not really a reason to. 9, 10. We move 11, 12, 13. Buy Bell Rev, bringing us down to 8 power. We're going to buy Disintegration. No, I'm not going to buy Disintegration. We'll get Disintegration after we beat Challenge Level 2. With our 8... What do I want to do? Maybe we want to buy something from the destroyed pile with New York City. I mean, Despero is a good option. Let's do it. Let's buy Despero. Oh, or Owlman. Hold on. Despero or Owlman. I can only afford one of them. We're going to go Despero. Now, because of that, New York City says, during each of your turns, you may buy 1 card from the destroyed pile as if it were in the lineup. If you do, destroy the top card of the main deck. We just destroyed Commissioner Gordon, which has its pluses and minuses, of course. It's 1 less card in the main deck, unfortunately. Shuffle this up. It's also a defense card, a hero, all sorts of things that we're going to need for future crises. So we might have to end up using New York City to buy him back. But let's get through challenge level 2 first and see what we're up against. Just one Stargirl in my hand. Did I do it? We did not. We have Invulnerable, so there's that. We'll put Manbats. No, we'll put Transmute. No. We'll put Rorschach back for next turn. Yeah, challenge level 2. Ongoing. At the end of your turn, if you did not play an attack, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Well, I do have an attack in Bizarro Power, so that's the good news. To beat, I need to give it 3 equipment, 3 villains, 2 heroes of cost 5 or less, and 1 card of cost 7 or greater. Alright, well, we're going to have to deal with that. Our new villain is Deathstroke, who we can defend against. Reveal this card from your hand. If you do, you may discard it to destroy a vulnerability. If you're in your hand to If you do, you may discard it or destroy a vulnerability in your hand or discard pile to avoid the attack. I have a weakness but no vulnerabilities, so that just gets discarded. Alright, so Nixon's in play. We're going to use Bizarro Power to get the 5 power, gain a weakness. Use Transmutation to destroy that weakness and get a victory point. So that's 6 power. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 power. We don't get anything from this weakness. I think we use New York City. You get a card of cost 7 or greater from the destroyed pile. Because I know they're in here. It's Pandora. Is that the only one? Yeah, so we're going to buy Pandora. Again, we had 11 power, which we have to destroy the top card of the deck for doing that. Oh, that's Firestorm Matrix. 7 cost card. We could have just kept going. Alright, so we have 3 power left over. And we'll use that for nothing. Can't buy anything of 3 power. Everything's 4 or more. We have 1 card for Nixon. And we play an attack, so you avoid his counter. His ongoing ability, I should say. 6 cards here. Shoot, Hollis Mason does not count for Nixon, unfortunately. We'll put Power Armor back. We're going to start our turn. We got to put a card out first. Did I do that already? No. Alright, we're going to start Rorschach's Mask, discarding this hand and drawing 4 new cards. So we're at 3 power. Draw 2 cards. Bell Rev down. Let's do Despero 2 more times. So now we get to draw 6 cards. So 4 more cards. So we get to draw 4 more cards, huh? Alright. And that leaves us with, what, 3, 4 power? We're gonna actually give Johnny Quick to Nixon here. We're gonna give Cold Gun to Nixon. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power. 11, 12. They want equipment. I don't really want Owl Ship, so we'll buy that for 6, leaving us with 6 power. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're going to buy Night Owl Mask, bringing us down to 7. We'll buy Amanda Waller, bringing us down to 3. And that'll be that. It's just buying a bunch of things we can give to Nixon. I don't think we played an attack card, though. Let me double check. Oh, yeah, we played Despero. We did play an attack card then. Okay. All right, we're going to put Hollis Mason back on top of our deck, I guess. We don't really want him. New card comes out. It's Man-Bat. So we're going to start by giving Pandora to Nixon. That's one card of cost 7 or greater. Perfect. We can destroy this weakness. Oh, not yet. We'll actually play Man-Bats here. We get the 5 power, then destroy the weakness. Get another victory point. Get the 6 power. 7, 8. We're going to buy Power Drain in the hopes of avoiding Nixon a little bit more, and we're going to get rid of Man-Bat, leaving us with 1 power, nothing to spend it on. So we do add 2 cards to the lineup because of Nixon. All right, so we need 2 more equipment, which we already bought. 3 villains. We're going to have to figure that one out. 2 heroes that cost 5 or less. We bought at least 1. We'll put Hollis Mason back on top of our deck. We get 5 power and gain a weakness. 6, 7, 8. Get to 9 and duplicate that one twice. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 plus 3 is 20. That's a lot. So we'll get rid of both of these, bring us down to 10. I feel like we have to use. Actually, no, we don't. We can use the ongoing ability. We can spend 2 power to get a villain because of Nixon's requirement. So 10 minus 2 is 8. So we can buy any villain up to 8. We'll just go ahead and get Giganta, leaving us a 4. And then we'll go ahead and use New York City to get Man-Bat, which destroys the top card of the deck. So we did destroy a Power Drain. We did play an attack card this turn, though, so we don't have to deal with Nixon. Card goes on top of our deck. We'll put Hollis Mason back. New card comes out. There we go, a Power Girl. Cool. We're going to give up Owlship for Nixon. We're going to use Despero to draw 2 cards and get 1 power. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I can destroy a weakness over here, and we'll get the 15 power. We did play 1 attack card, so that's good. We're not going to play this card. We're going to buy Power Girl, leaving us with 10 power. We're going to spend 2 power for our ability to buy things from the destroyed pile that we need for Nixon, leaving us with 8 power to get another villain. We'll get Power Ring. And that's that. Six cards here. We can put a card back on top of our deck. We'll put Invulnerable back. New card comes out. All right, we're going to give up Amanda Waller because that is a hero of cost 5 or less. We'll give up Night Owl's Math because it's our 3rd equipment. We'll get to 3 power here. 4, 5, we can destroy a card. And get a card from the lineup of equal or less cost. Don't really see anything I want to destroy, so we're just not going to play that. With our 5 power, we might spend 2 for our ability to buy a villain from the destroy pile that we need for Nixon. So you need a 3 cost or less villain, like Grid here, Atomica. We're going to buy Atomica because it's an easy one to get rid of. And end our turn there. Did we play an attack this turn? We did. We played Power Drain, so we played an attack. So we're good via Nixon. But we got 3 equipment up there. We have 1 of our 3 villains, 1 hero of cost 5 or less, and we got our card of cost 7 or greater. So there is that. So we need 2 more villains and 2 more heroes of cost 5 or less. We have all the villains. I don't know that we have all the heroes. We have Element Woman, but I'm kind of, not really wanting to get rid of her. We'll put Hollis Mason back. All right, we're going to give up Giganta for Nixon. We'll get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. +1 for each different hero in the destroy pile. 6, 7, 8 power. And 9 for being a villain. And we're not going to play Man-Bat Serum because it will get destroyed. With our 9 power, we'll spend 2 to get a card from the destroyed pile that we need for this particular challenge. I think we just buy Commissioner Gordon, bringing us down to what, 5? Yeah, it brings us down to 5 because we were at 7, I believe. All right, we'll just stop there. Yeah, we can buy Cosmic Staff. Yeah, we'll buy Cosmic Staff. Might just need that. Here's our 6 cards. We can put a card back on top. Hollis Mason, get out of here. New card comes out. We're going to give up Man-Bat in order to take care of Nixon here. So that's 3 villains. So now he needs what? 2 heroes would cost 5 or less, and he's got 1. Dr. Light's a good option for that. We just bought Commissioner Gordon, also a good option for that. So what we'll do, I think, is try and move through this quickly. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. So draw 2 cards. We're going to follow that up with duplication, drawing 4 more cards. And all that, we're at 2 power. Oh, Atomica was the one we want to get rid of, not Man-Bat. Oh well. Oh well. All right, we're at 2 power. We'll get the 5 power and gain a weakness. And then we'll destroy that, getting a victory point. So we're at what? 1, 2, 7, 8 power. 12 power. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. We get the 20 for being a villain, but that's all we're going to do with it. We'll get rid of this, bringing us down to 13. We'll get Dr. Light, bringing us down to 10. We'll spend 2 to buy something from the destroy pile. We need a hero of cost 4 or less. There's not one in here. I guess there's Steve Trevor, so we'll buy Steve Trevor. Now we've got 3 heroes floating around that can go to Nixon. And we did play an attack card this turn, so we're good there. There's 3 heroes in this discard pile that can go to Nixon, and then we can end this. Well, we gotta shuffle this up, it's time. Hopefully one goes to the top of this so that we can end this quickly. It did not, but that's okay. There's still a lot of other good options here. I'll put Stargirl back for what it's worth. New card comes out. Despero draws 2 cards and gets 1 power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 17, 20, 22. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. We'll spend 2 to get a card from nothing qualifies. Hold on. 22. Is there anything we want from the destroy pile via New York City? Owlman's tempting. Yeah, let's get Owlman. He'll cost us 6. So 22 minus 6 is 16. We have to destroy a top card of the deck here. Only lost a cold gun. That's not so bad. We will buy a disintegration for 8, leaving us with 8 still. I don't want to buy anything now. I'm good. 6 cards, put a card on top. Put Man-Bat Serum back, I think. Did we play an attack card that turn? We played Broadsword, so yeah, we did. Okay, so we don't have the heroes we want. So I'm thinking that we actually start with Rorschach, getting a 3 power and drawing 4 cards. In the hopes that we get there. There's Dr. Light. That's 2 heroes that cost 5 or less. That's everything Nixon wanted. We didn't put a card out yet. So we're at 3 power. We still need to get to 11 to end this. So we'll use this to get to 8. 9, 10, 11. Goodbye, Nixon. That is over. These cards are destroyed. We're out of power. I'm not going to use Man-Bat Serum. There's not really a point. We'll just end our turn there. 6 cards. We can put 1 back. Hollis Mason's going back. Actually, let me see. Hold on. Doing some quick math. We're gonna put Commissioner Gordon back. I think we have enough. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. There to be 3 different heroes over there, which there might be. So I think we're there. We should be there. Okay, we should be there. First of all, 1, 2, 6, 7 for being a villain. I can destroy a hero in the lineup, so we will. And then +1 for each different hero in the destroy pile. And again, we're at 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And with that 12, we say goodbye to Deathstroke, leaving us with 2 power and the end of our turn. All right, we got these 2 cards, but we're not going to play them. Okay. And we set it up so we have a villain there. Hey, awesome, we got that token upgrade. What am I contributing cards for? Oh, it's a level 2 challenge. It's Nixon. It's from the Watchmen set. So one of the challenges this season, we're mixing in crossover sets. What we're using with crossover 4 is actually using the challenge cards and shuffling them into the crisis stack. And good to see that thing's at 950. I'm glad. I'm hoping we get to 1 million real soon. I think they said it's the last stretch goals. I'm actually kind of hoping they do more. I do want to see more of those starter sets. I'm kind of sad they made the starter sets locked into Injustice. I really wanted a starter set I can mix with any base set I want. And they're really locked into Injustice because there's like a defense and an attack and stuff in it. But hopefully that gets sorted out. I don't know. It's been a weird Kickstarter at times. I do think there's some solid ideas that they could follow, but they are running out of time, aren't they? Either way, I'm really happy for everything we're getting, so I'm not going to complain. All right, I can put 1 card back. We're going to put a kickback. We have Power Armor and Commissioner Gordon to defend with. Let's see what we got. Wave of Terror. At the start of your turn, discard all cards that share the lowest cost in your hand. This has a unique to beat for solo. At the start of your turn, discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Remove this crisis if each of those cards is cost 1 or greater. And that should definitely happen because there's only very few weaknesses floating around. And we can do that in the order of our choosing, so as long as you don't get a villain out, we should be good. Captain Cold. We're going to defend against this with Power Armor. You may reveal this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, you may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. We'll destroy this weakness right here in our hand. We'll keep our hero. New card comes out for the turn. There's no villain, so we can try and beat Wave of Terror. Discard 3 cards. Please, none of them cost 0. A 6, a 4, and a 3. That's the end of Wave of Terror before it even got to hit us, which is exactly what we want to see happen. And let's see if we get rid of Captain Cold really quickly. I think we can, because we go 4 power with Power Armor here. And then we use duplication to play it twice more, getting us to 8, 12, 13 for duplication. That's enough to get rid of Captain Cold, leaving us with 3 power. 4, 5, I can destroy a card. Nothing I really want to destroy. With our 5 power, though, we'll go ahead and get Blackgate Prism. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. That's what I was expecting. That's what a lot of people were expecting. That's been the main complaint I've seen, the people I interact with, is that this should have been about the game as a whole, when it's really about injustice. It's not even very much about rivals, Flash versus Reverse Flash. And there's a good amount for the multiverse box, which I'm really happy about, but it's really about injustice. So, I'm going to have one set of starters that's the 10th anniversary, and it's only going to work in the Injustice set. What if Injustice ends up not being my favorite mode? I really like Crisis mode. It uses the same starter sets as Standard mode. So it would have made sense to me to release a 10th anniversary Standard mode starter set. 7 punches, 3 weaknesses, 3 vulnerabilities. But they made the 10th anniversary locked into Injustice, and imagine a few years ago if they had the 10th anniversary then, for whatever reason, or they did a 7th anniversary thing, whatever. And it was Rebirth that released. And they released a bunch of starters that had the 7th anniversary branding for Rebirth. I love Rebirth mode, but the surveys they're putting out and the comments they're making make it very obvious that a lot of other people don't like Rebirth. I'm pretty unique in that fashion, it seems. So if they had went to all the trouble to make this branded card for Rebirth, they'd be kicking themselves right now. But they are preemptively kicking themselves by locking this into Injustice, because what if Injustice doesn't take off the way they want? Who knows, right? It seems like a bad idea to me. There's not a lot of forethought in it. Now, I was hoping that the entirety of the Injustice set would be those 10th anniversary cards, so I can at least pick out, 7 punches and 3 vulnerabilities to use in any other set. And that's not the case. It's only one person's worth of cards, which includes that defense and attack card. So I really think it was a huge misstep. I hope they're listening. I don't know. They're really focused on making Injustice awesome, and that's cool. Injustice might deserve to be awesome, but we don't know that yet. We have this game we already know and love. Support it. Push it. Put the rewards towards it, because that's what people were looking for. Instead, we got really bulked up Injustice, and I'm going to enjoy my bulked up Injustice, but it's not what I expected. So, again, draw 6 cards. I can put a card back on top of my deck. We're going to put Disintegration back on top because we're not at that Crisis. We're not at that level 3 challenge. But I'm just going to stray back real quick and say, if they had done this for Rebirth, if this was the year Rebirth came out, they'd be really upset that they made just the starters for Rebirth, because people wouldn't be able to use them as much because people don't play it as much, which is a shame, because you should really be playing Rebirth. It's a lot of fun. Try Rebirth if you haven't yet. Our new Crisis is Identity Crisis. Each hero flips a superhero face down. Players cannot avoid the villain's first appearance attack. To beat, each player must discard +6 power worth of cards from his hand and then flip your superhero face up. Very well. Black Manta. He costs 3 more to defeat for each equipment in the lineup. Each player puts all equipment in his hand into the lineup. There's that. Alright, well, I've got Hollis Mason here, which would be great for Identity Crisis, but unfortunately I don't have the other cards I need. Owlman can destroy an equipment in the lineup. +1 power for each different equipment in the destroyed pile. Do I want to destroy one? I think we will destroy Secret Society Communicator. +1 for each of these. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 power we got there, and 8 for being a villain. I know. We should play sometime. I'm always looking for people to play it with. So I can destroy a card. We're going to destroy Atomica here because I don't have much use for it. And we'll get to 9. I can get a card that costs 3 or less from the lineup. We'll go ahead and get Dr. Light. So we're at 9. I'm not going to play Hollis Mason. With the 9 here, though, we'll get Rorschach back. Go on to our next turn. Only get 5 cards because of Identity Crisis. Do I have, at the what? Discard 6 power. We're going to discard Bizarro, and we're going to discard Power Drain. That's 6 power, ending Identity Crisis. And that gets my hero back. Okay. I can destroy a hero in the lineup and then I get +1 for each hero in the destroy pile. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. 5 here, 5 power, 6 power with Bell Rev. 7, 8, 9 is not quite enough, but it is enough to get Cosmic Staff and Element Woman, which is going to help. Let me go back to get our 6 power, our 6 cards. We're going to put Stargirl back in the hopes of using that to defend against the next character, the next villain. All right, that's 4 power, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Goodbye, Black Manta. We have 1 power left over. I'm not going to play Man-Bat Serum, even though I could use it to get a bunch of power. We purposely set it up so that we have Stargirl on top of our deck so that we can get rid of this next villain, or we can defend against this next villain with one of the stronger defense cards available to us. I'd argue it's the strongest defense card in the game, honestly. In a Crisis game, nothing beats Stargirl. For defense, nothing. Not even draw 2 cards. Putting cards at the bottom of the main deck is the way to go. Get our 6 cards. We know we have Stargirl here. We'll put Steve Trevor back on top of our deck. We might need him. We just might need him. All right, our new crisis is Atlanta's attacks. At the start of your turn, resolve all the villain attacks in the lineup against you. If there are no attacks, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. To beat, each player must discard 3 non-starter cards, each of different card types. That might be a little tough right now. The Joker, who has a unique attack. Doesn't matter, we're going to defend against it. Discard this card to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and then put a card of cost of 1 or greater from the destroyed pile on the bottom of the main deck. Let's put Man-Bat down there. Man-Bat goes to the bottom of the main deck. New card comes out, and then there are no... Oh, there is. Each foe gains a weakness. We can defend against that, though. You may discard this card to avoid attack. If you do, gain a VP. So that's okay. Unfortunately, we don't have 3 different card types to get rid of Atlanta's attacks. We have just heroes and superpowers. Not great. We will go ahead and play the superpower to get the 5 power and gain a weakness. 6, 7. Won't be playing these 2. I'm thinking I actually leave Bizarro power there, so I stop adding new cards to the lineup and instead get Transmutation to deal with the extra weaknesses that we're going to gain. 6 cards here. We can put a card back on top. Put Disintegration back. New card comes out. Bizarro power attacks, and we defend of Cosmic Staff to gain the bottom card of the main deck, which we already know is Man-Bat. I did that on purpose in the hopes of getting more defense cards. We still don't have 3 cards of different card types, so what we'll do is actually play Rorschach. Draw 4 new cards. Come on, 3 cards, different types. Yes, superpower, a location, and we'll discard Owlman to end Atlanta's attacks. Oh, he would still attack, though, giving us a weakness. Forgot about that part. Okay. That's good news. That's over. So we can take on the Joker now, and we're at 3 power. Destroy a hero in the lineup. We'll destroy this one, +1 for each different hero in the destroyed pile. So we're at 4 power total, and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's exactly 10. He cost 10. That is fate. Goodbye, Joker. We're moving on. Now we're on to that level 3 challenge, and we have Disintegration just for the level 3 challenge. That's what I buy it for. So let's just try and get to that as quickly as possible. Draw 6 cards, put a card back on top of our deck. Do we have a defense here? We've got Invulnerable. So we'll go ahead and put... we'll put the Kickback. Challenge level 3. Alien Invasion. Each time an attack enters the lineup or the destroyed pile, make the attack against all players. And there's a bunch of things we can contribute to beat it. In fact, we might contribute them just to get them out of our deck. But we'll then use Disintegration to end this. Hades, who we cannot defend against. Each player puts the top 2 cards in the main deck in the lineup. A 5-cost card and a 3-cost card. Gain weaknesses equal to the cost of one of these. So we'll get 3 weaknesses. Not great. Not great, obviously. But we'll work on it. We will draw a card. We will destroy a card. That'll be a weakness, and we'll get a victory point for that. We're at 2 power. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Get rid of the villain, bringing us down to 12. We'll get Bizarro, bringing us down to 6, and we'll get Transmutation, bringing us down to 1. Do we have enough here to... Nope, gotta shuffle it up. Alright, good news. We're shuffling it up, which means Disintegration can show up at any minute. Take on Alien Invasion. But we might give up some things anyway, like Hollis Mason is a good contender. But we might need that for, like, the Justice League is dead or something. So we might just hold on to him till the very, very end. The bitter, bitter end. Alright. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Put a card back on top of our deck. Well, we won't be using Man-Bat Serum this turn. But you know what? Instead of that, let's actually put Dr. Light. That's better. Alright. New card comes out. It's Mallet. That's a good option. Actually, no. Let's actually... Hold on. We will put Man-Bat Serum back. I'm sorry. I got a better idea. 1 power and draw a card. And then we're going to use Duplication to do 2 more card draws. Basically trying to get to that card we want quicker. So we're at 2 power, 6 power, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22 power. It's a lot of power. We'll buy Mallet, bringing us down to 18. We'll buy Commissioner Gordon, bringing us down to 16. We're not going to buy Reconstruction. And we're not going to buy like a kick or anything either. We'll put Owlman back. New card comes back. We'll get Blackgate down. We're going to use Transmutation to destroy Steve Trevor. Destroy this card. You can draw 2 cards and discard a card. And since we destroy that card, we do gain a victory point. We'll get a 5er for it. And we're at 1 power. Two, 3, 4. 5, 6. We'll buy Earth 3. Actually, no, we're going to leave Earth 3 just in case we get a city destroyed. Yeah, that'd be better. I mean, I could play a bunch of more power, but I don't need it. It's all about getting Disintegration at this point. Where is it? So we'll put... Doesn't matter. We'll put Hollis Mason back. We're going to draw as quickly as possible. Because we're going to play Despero, drawing 2 cards. We can destroy a card. I know there's a weakness floating around here. Thought I saw a weakness at least. Well, there's not a weakness. We can get something else. What do we want to get? We could reasonably lose a kick, I think. I don't have a kick here. Okay. Never mind. Yeah, there's nothing here I really want. I guess we can get rid of Dr. Light, but we might need it for like a hero requirement crisis later on. So we're just... Yeah, we'll destroy a kick in hand. Use that to get steel. There we go. and get a victory point for it. So we're at 2 power. 3, 4. Bunch of power here. I'm not going to spend it because I'm leaving Earth 3 for a potential city destroyed situation. And we don't need reconstruction. We can put a card back on top of our deck. We'll put Mambat back, I guess. New card comes out. Transmutation destroys this weakness, gets a victory point. 1 power. 4 power. 5, 6, 7. I can destroy something. I don't think I want to, though. So let's go for the 8, 9, 10. Buy Firestorm Matrix, move on to our next turn. We went like all the way through this deck in the hopes of getting Disintegration. Well, there it is, and we got a terrible hand to have it on, because we still need to spend 15 power to end this. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on, you know what, actually? Let's put Disintegration back to use on the next turn, because we're just not going to have enough power this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll use that to get rid of the Blight. We won't use these here. All right. That gives a second chance of Disintegration, basically, because of Ozymandias. We need 15 power and Disintegration in our hand at the same time to end alien invasion. There's lots of ways to get there. There really is. 6 cards here. We're going to put a weakness back on top of our deck. We're going to actually start with Blackgate Prison. Look at the top card. Is it a vulnerability or a weakness? Yes. Destroy it to gain a victory point. All right, reveal. We didn't add a card yet, sorry. Reveal this card, draw it, or passage. We're going to draw it. We're at 1 power, 5 power, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Plus the equipment here, different ones. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 power. Spend Disintegration, remove it from the game, but end alien invasion. That is that. Leaves us 3 power left over. Not going to spend it. We'll put... We don't need 2 copies of Transmutation. Hades is still in play. 5 power here, get a weakness. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll get to 12, destroy this weakness, get a victory point. With that 12, we'll say goodbye to Hades, and that's just over. We're at 0 power. 3 power. We'll use that to buy Catwoman. We might just need it. We're not going to play Mambat Serum. Alright, so we've got a few sacrificial cards in our deck for the last few crises. I think we're in a pretty good place, though. No defense in our hand. We'll put Steel back here. So we're going to have to deal with whatever happens here. It is World Domination. At the start of your turn, resolve the current supervillain's first appearance attack against you. If it doesn't have one, discard a random card instead. Each player must destroy the top card of his deck. Remove this crisis only if each of those cards has cost 1 or greater. Okay. Okay. Brainiac. Each player discards a random card and then destroys the top X cards of your deck, of the main deck, where X is equal to the cost of that card. I have no defense. That's terrible because we have some 7 cost cards here. Foil boxes, you'll get them someday. December. Alright. So you have to discard a card and destroy the top 7 cards of the main deck. That's really unfortunate. Doesn't get worse than that with this card. So we lost Power Girl, Superwoman. Those are definitely the big losses. Everything else is manageable. New card comes out for the turn. Now we got to make up some ground there. I think this World Domination of a special? No. So what is it? Destroy a top card of your deck if its cost 1 or greater. We have to get rid of Ultraman first, though. Let's play Firestorm to play this card. I don't want to play it every turn. We can destroy a card. Should have saved that. Not destroying anything. We'll at least get to 2 power right now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Goodbye to this for 3 power left over. We'll try World Domination. It is a weakness. Man, I should have done Blackgate first. Shoot. I can destroy another card. Nothing I want to destroy. So we are going to get hit with Brainiac again. That's really bad. Oh, cool. Are they actually doing that? Did they have another update? I know they had a survey about it. So we're going to put a weakness back on top of our deck. New card comes out. We're going to defend against Brainiac with Power Armor. Reveal this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, you may destroy a card in your hand or discard pile. I don't know if there's anything I really want to destroy other than the weakness we just had, but I'm purposely leaving that there for Blackgate. So Blackgate looks at the card, it is a weakness, it gets destroyed, we get a victory point for it. And now, let's try and beat World Domination again. So we have to destroy this card. We destroyed Secret Society Communicator, which is the end of World Domination, which went... An email just came in, and adding foil to oversized anniversary Kickstarter backer. Okay, that makes sense. We'll see. We'll see if it dominates. All right, so that's good news here. Well, those are actually both the answers I left. That yeah, I wanted that card to be foil, and I did want that to be available for people to get extra copies of. That was that tracker. I'm not gonna personally buy the extra trackers. I don't like playing more than 4 players. The game gets really sloppy at that number, I think. 4 is kind of where it starts falling apart. 5 is where it's basically useless to play anymore. But their extra play mode they're introducing with Multiverse Box does sound fun. So maybe that'll work it out. But yeah, there's that. I do want them to release a starter set add-on, something that's not locked into Injustice, something that I can just buy, and it has 7 punches, 3 vulnerabilities. No defenses or attacks in it. 7 punches, 3 vulnerabilities, 10th anniversary stamp. That's what I want. Okay, let's get into this. I gotta beat Brainiac. We can do that by drawing 2 cards first. That's 1 power. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't bring myself to play this card. I can't. Hall of Mason's going to destroy me. So with our 10, I think... Do I want Amanda Waller? I'll buy Amanda Waller. There's a few things we need to destroy, especially when we get to the end of the game here. 6 cards here. That's good. We're going to just put Transmutation back. Okay. New card comes out. Can we do this? If I can't, we'll just use Rorschach. So 1, 2, 3, 8. Yeah, we can do this. First off, Power Ring. Can destroy a hero in the lineup, and then it's +1 for each different hero in the destroyed pile, and 1 for Bell Rev. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power total so far of just 1 card. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Goodbye to Brainiac, leaving us with 2 power. There's nothing I want to buy, so I'm actually just not going to play these, I don't think. Well, no, we'll draw a card because I think it's Transmutation. Yeah, so we're at 12, so we're at 2. Let's go ahead and destroy a card over here if need be. Anything we want. There's still some stuff over here I'm saving for later. We'll get rid of Steel. And we'll get a You know, we might need him later. I'm still holding out for that one you have to give heroes to. So I'm not going to just play that card. We're just not going to play it. That's exactly what happens. If you think that's bad, if you think 4-player is bad, anything above that, I played a 5 or 6-player game like pretty regularly a long time ago, and I had a regular game night and friends that came over every week, like after work and stuff. We all moved. It was college, so we all moved in different directions afterwards. But anyway, my point is that it got pretty crazy at those numbers where you would only have like 2 or 3 cards in your hand. You'd have a ton of weaknesses. The weakness stack would almost always run out because of the number of players that were getting them. Yeah, it just wasn't as much fun. All right, so let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get rid of one of these 5s to get a 10 over there. So we're at 15 VP, which is really helpful for like Man-Bat Serum. Ozymandias, 6 cards, put a card back on top. We got Stargirl, which is exactly what we want to see. We're going to put... I could put Transmutation back. I think we'll go with Amanda Waller, though. I could put Broadsword back and just get 3 power every turn. We'll put... I'll just put Broadsword back. We'll figure it out. New Crisis is Alternate Reality. At the start of your turn, destroy all heroes in your hand, gain that many random villains from the destroy pile, and put them into your hand. Each team must destroy 12 costs of the heroes in your discard pile. This is the one I was worried about. Not gonna lie, I was really worried about this one. Alright, and then our new villain is Atrocitus. We will defend against a Stargirl, drawing a card, and then putting a card on the bottom of the main deck. We'll put Power Girl at the bottom of the main deck here. But I believe he's got a special text on him. If you avoid this attack, put a random card from your hand under your superhero. Okay, random card from our hand under our superhero for next turn. Not even going to look at what it is. New card for the turn. It's a Man-Bat Serum. Well, the good news is we got Hollis Mason to get rid of next turn for Alternate Reality. At the start of your turn, destroy all heroes in your hand. Never mind. These are actually destroyed. Get that many random villains from the destroy pile. So we get 2 random villains from the destroyed pile into our hand. This one can be bothersome. We could lose a lot of heroes to this. I don't want to give up Stargirl to get rid of an Alternate Reality, but we might have to. So 2 villains is what we get. We get Moloch the Mystic and Royal Flush Gang, which is really good for working through our deck. So I'm actually kind of happy about that. We'll start with Moloch the Mystic in the 4 power. Reveal the top card of your deck, and you may destroy it. If you do, each other player destroys, blah, blah, blah. We will not destroy Invulnerable. Actually, we will destroy Invulnerable. We're destroying Invulnerable to move through the deck to get to heroes. That's the plan. Royal Flush Gang draws 2 cards, discards 2 cards. Hey, that's 2 heroes. We're going to discard those 2 heroes. No, we'll discard Transmutation and Commissioner Gordon. So we're at 2 power. I'm sorry, 3, 4, 5 power. Draw a card. 6 power. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Definitely need Man-Bat Serum. Bringing us down to 9. I'm not going to buy anything else. So we have over here 3, 4, 5, 9 costs worth of heroes. We need 12 over there, though. How much power did we have left over in the end? We had... Let's see, we discarded that. We had 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We used Man-Bat Serum, bring us down to 9. Let's buy a card from the destroyed pile. I know what to do. We have 9 power. We're going to buy Firestorm with New York City, which destroys the top card of the main deck. And now, we should be able to beat this, right? Because we've got a 6 cost card over here. We need to destroy 12. We destroy Stargirl and Commissioner Gordon, we can end this. I'd have to destroy Stargirl, but we can end this. So we're doing it. We're destroying all 3 of those cards to end Alternate Reality. It's not what I want to do. It's what I have to do. All right. We'll put transmutation back on top of my deck. We just don't need that many of them. New card comes out. Bizarro power gets us the 5 power, gets a weakness. 6, 7, 8. We'll copy Mambat to get to 9, 10. 11, 12. Goodbye, Atrocitus. Leaving us with 1 power, gaining us this card back. We can destroy a card. Wait, no. 2 power, destroy a weakness. Get a victory point. Nothing else I want to do. You know, we'll buy Word of Power. We might have a use for that. Yeah, that would be something we're going to do. All right, we've got 2 villains and 2 crises left. What do we got? And we do have an attack here, so that's there. We have a defense here, I mean, so that's good. Let's put Catwoman back. We got Commissioner Gordon, though. That's great. Final countdown. Had to happen eventually. At the start of your turn, put a card of cost 1 or greater from your hand into the lineup. Your team must destroy cards of cost 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Okay. New villain. Dark Side. We will defend against. You may discard this card to... Actually, hold on. Put each superpower in the lineup. You know, we're just going to do it, because that actually kind of helps us. They're cards we need to get rid of. So then... where was I? If they add a card to the lineup for our turn, we're going to add Commissioner Gordon because we don't need defense cards anymore. So where are we? We've got a 6 out here. We've got a couple 6s. A 2, 4s, a 3. So we have 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We just need a 7. So we're going to draw 2 cards. That's 1 power. 2 plus 4 is 6. Get a weakness. 7, 8. 12 power. We can get something from the destroy pile. We're going to get something from the destroy pile that costs 7 or greater. Like Pandora. Or better yet, I know it's in here. Where are you? There it is, Firestorm Matrix. Because we already have 1 Firestorm Matrix. Now we have both of them, and it's just the first one that comes up. We give the final countdown. Perfect. Here's our hand. Oh, power armor, though. Oh, it costs 8, not 7. All right, put a card back on top of our deck. That'll be Mambat Serum. Add a card to the lineup. We'll just add a kick. Draw a card here. So that's 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I don't know if there's anything I want to buy. I guess we'll buy Earth 3, leaving us with 11. We'll buy Super Intellect, leaving us with... sorry, I don't know why I can't think. 7 power. Not going to play Mambat Serum. We just need that 7 cost card. All we need. Now, Ozymandias can help us get it with his ability. New card from this deck. Oh, a 9 cost Ultra Strength. Cool. Actually, I think we forgot to add that last turn. I think we did, but I don't know. 6 cards here. We got to add a card to the top of the main deck. Nothing here costs 7. Not the top of the main deck, the top of our deck. We'll just put... we'll put Transmutation back. We'll get Earth 3 down. Oh, we gotta add a card to the lineup. We'll add Cosmic Staff. Alright, I can destroy an equipment in the lineup. And that's +1 for each equipment over here. That's 1 for being a villain. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7, 8, 9. 9 power there, and then we follow up with Heroes to get to 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 power. That's a ton of power. by Ultra Strength, leaving us with 9. We're not going to play this. Move on to next turn. Where are our 7 cost cards? All right, well, we'll put weakness back. We got to add a card to the lineup. We'll add Transmutation. We're just not using it as much as I thought we would. So we're going to start actually with Blackgate. Are you a weakness? It is. Destroy it, get a victory point. Draw a card. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. 7 cost card. Shoot. Well, it's a villain. Would have counted anyway. I think we forgot to add a card for the turn again. To discard 2 cards. We'll discard Manbat Serum and Manbat. So we're at 2 power. 6, 10, 14. Look at this card. I may destroy it. No, we won't destroy that. With 10 power, though, we'll buy one of the transmutations back. We have 5 left over. Not going to buy anything, though. 6 cards here. Put a card back on top of our deck. None of these cost 7, unfortunately. We'll put Rorschach back. New card comes out. We have to add a card. We're going to add Steel, I think. Yeah, we'll just add Steel here. Let's draw 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 15, get a weakness. 16, destroy a card. 19, get rid of this, leaving us with 15. We'll buy another transmutation because there is use for it. We got a lot to destroy, but man, where are the cards we need? 6, add a card back. There we go. Okay, we finally got there. We'll put this back. New card comes out for the turn. It's a villain, of course. We add a 7 cost card. As soon as we get rid of that, it's over. At least final countdown is over. We'll play Mallet to draw a card. Get 1 power. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we'll get rid of this actually for 6 power left over. And then destroy a 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2 card. And that's the end of final countdown. So I believe we had 7 power. And we spent 1, so we had 6 left over. Well, we're going to double this. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19 for being a superpower. He costs 13. So he's gone. Leaves us with 6 power, which we'll use to buy Mallet. We won't get anything for these. Lots of destruction we want to do in there, though. And we're on to the final villain in the Mastermind plot. Now, the Mastermind plot's where things get really complicated because it has an ongoing ability which makes us destroy the top card of the main deck whenever we play a card of a certain type. What card type it is, though, is a mystery till now. So I couldn't even plan ahead of time. Oh, heroes at the end of the game are going to hurt me. Nothing like that. Nope. 6 cards here. We're going to put Transmutation back on top of our deck. Our Mastermind plot is Demonstration of Power. When you attempt to beat this challenge... it's Secret Mastermind ongoing. Each time you play a superpower during your turn, destroy the top card of your main deck. That's pretty much all my cards, so we'll see. And Crisis Anti-Monitor. Whenever a hero enters the lineup, put a weakness on top of your deck, and we have to add 2 cards per turn in order to beat this. So 2 cards per turn. 1, 2, no heroes, that's the good news. I can destroy an equipment in the lineup, and it's +1 power for each different equipment in the destroyed pile. So it's 1 for being a villain, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 power. All right, we're at 12 power of Owlman. I can take that. Follow that up here with 13, 14, 15. I think we can do it. We'll just play... yeah, I'll play this to get to 15 plus 5 is 20. We do gain a weakness for that. Because we played Superpower, we have to destroy this. And then we'll play this, destroying the weakness. He has a 21 power. And he costs 13, 14, 15, 16 power. And that's enough for us to beat that. That doesn't mean we have to destroy this to overplay another superpower. And it's over. We did it. Those were some pretty tight matches. Not gonna lie, that was tough at times. Especially my first 2 attempts. I felt like I got really close. Ozymandias, huge improvement. Being able to kind of plan your hand is always useful, and got us to use Stargirl at times where other games we would have been stuck having her on a useless hand. So stuff like that, really, really good. So this was a lot of fun. I really enjoy using the crossover packs this way. It's a whole different view of each Crisis set when you're using just the crossover pack cards and not the Crisis main deck cards. So that's something that's been really fun this season. Check it out if you haven't enjoyed already. So this is for Season 11, Round 3 of the Solo Crisis League. That's a long time. I think we launched in July of 2020, maybe June. So yeah, we're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of the Solo Crisis League. That's huge to me. If you're not sure what it is, it's a semi-competitive way of playing the DC deck building game and its various Crisis expansions. You can do so just by joining the league. There's a link below. You can check out the website. We've got a Discord, that active community talking about the Kickstarter a lot lately. And all the rounds are posted, results at the end of each round, stuff like that. Lots of fun. If you're already a member of the league or you're already enjoying the videos and you want to support those efforts, there's a few different things you can check out. You can check out the Etsy store where we have things like the official league mat, as well as things like, oh, where'd it go? Here we are. We have, my sunglasses got in the way. We have stickers and pins all available in the Etsy store, linked below. Those things are also available in the Patreon. So if you're back at the hero level, for instance, you can get a few of those things shipped to you every few months. So check that out if that's something you're interested in. I do want to thank the, 4 most recent members of the Patreon. These are all members of the Solo Champions League. It's like the Solo Crisis League, except we use Marvel Champions. So first up is Lion Hokies. Lion Hokies has been around for just the last season, I think. They just joined, and they joined the Patreon almost right away. Thank you for joining. Thank you for enjoying yourself, and I hope you're enjoying your break week before we start Season 11 next week. Darth Coldjoy. Darth Coldjoy's been around a few seasons and seems to have been enjoying himself because he joined the Patreon this week as well. Thank you, Darth Coldjoy. Dataki. Dataki's been around quite a while. Active member of the community. Always has something good to say. Thank you for joining. Thank you for checking out the Patreon, and good luck in Season 11 starting next week. And then Lofty Ravens just joined last season, I want to say, has their own alliance and all of that jazz. Thank you for joining, Lofty Ravens. Thank you for enjoying, and good luck again in Season 11 to you as well. That's all I've got for today. This has been a lot of fun. I really enjoy using the crossover packs this way. I don't know that crossover pack 4 really works. I did my best to interject the challenge cards instead of crisis cards and stuff like that. Make it a little bit interesting, keep you on your toes, think about new ways of approaching the game. But the main deck cards don't add a lot, I don't think. New York City definitely helps. And I do enjoy, where is it? It's the Rorschach Mask card. But at the end of the day, there are better crossover packs for this purpose. So we might not see this one again for a while, but it was fun to experiment with, I think. That's all I've got. Thank you for watching, and you all have a good night.